Hello again, it's Bob again, floral wedding consultant of Bunches Direct. So I'm back again, and here I am going to show you how to make a wedding centerpiece to go with the white wedding we're doing. So I've already made one here, which consists of hydrangea, white roses, and we're using this kind of a bowl. We're using Oasis. This is what this is called. This is when it's dry. When you soak it, if you're going to use this, you put it in water and let it take up the water itself. Don't ever push it down because it creates air bubbles if you do. So you put it in there and it fits into what, these are regular florist dishes, they're plastic. And then you can tape it in. It stays in there quite firmly, but you should tape it in if you're going to move it. Just tape it in like this. And what I've used in the bottom, because the trend now is not to have any greens at the top here, just make a cluster of all flowers. I mean, it looks very powerful to me. And okay, another point about centerpieces. This is going probably in a ballroom somewhere, and you have the round tables, right? And there's nothing worse than seeing, this is the low centerpiece, and to me, there's nothing worse than seeing this dinky little thing in the middle. And I look at them and I say, well, why bother? If you're going to have one, show it, flaunt it, come on. And another thing, you made this. Remember that. So anyway, I'm just going to show you how we did the base here. And we're using leather fern. Now, to start this, we're going to put in the greens in the bottom. When you're making a centerpiece, think of, rather than going like this, think of going up. See, and that hits the floor. Or the floor, sure. The table. Think of pushing up. Up. Now you're saying you're doing it fast. Yeah, well, I'm used to doing this, so. But when you get into the swing of it, it comes faster. Okay, now I'm going to start with the flowers. First of all, we're using 4 hydrangeas, beautiful flowers. Hydrangeas must always be cut short. They don't survive on long stems. So we put 1, 2, 3. And because they're at the top of the arrangement, we're putting them at an angle like this. And we're going to put 1 in the middle here. So you see, we've already got the dome effect right here. Now we're going to add a dozen roses. So you put the roses in deep, so just showing the heads because you've still got the height, and there's no definite design here. It's just where we want to put them. So again, we have the dome effect, and that's how we made that one. Now, there's 2 types of centerpieces. I'm going to make a tall one using a vase, and it's going to be about this tall. If you're using a vase, you want to make it interesting, the vase itself in here, because people are sitting down, don't forget. Roll up a leaf. That's what we've done here. We've just rolled up this tie leaf, pushed it in, very simple. You could put stones in the bottom. You can put almost colored stones, just ordinary stones, which is great, in the bottom. One person wanted me to put a fish in. Anyway, we didn't go with that. But it makes it interesting, okay? Now, we're going to use, for height here, we're going to use some ruscus. So that you take the leaves off to where the water line starts, because you don't want these going in below the water line. And I'm going to use some tiki. And I'm going to put lots of it in. This is called tiki. And I'm going to use roses. Cut it lengthwise, take off the thorns. In they go. And again, I am going for the dome effect. Now let's just see if this works. If it doesn't work, we're not going to use it. You could put these in the bottom if you want. You know what? It just may work. I surprise myself continuously. Gives it a little more depth at the bottom. We're going to add a little more ruscus to the bottom here to give it a little more of a base. Oh yeah, you're probably asking, now why didn't he tell us what those flowers he added were? Well, they are called Alstroemeria. They last a long time. So that's it. You have your tall centerpiece. Now that could be used on the buffet table as well. You could use that on the buffet table on each side, 3 of them across the buffet table. That would work for there too. Now these would work for the individual tables or along the bride's table. It's usually a long table. You can use that as well. This is Bunches Bob saying, have fun with those blooms.